Somebody pointed out to me on Twitter just the other day, if the United States wanted to go to war with China, they'd have to borrow money to do so from China, because China holds more US dollars than the US does itself. Anyone with any knowledge of history, especially the history of empires, how they rise and how they fall, can already see that though Chairman Mao Zedong was premature, to say the least, in the 1960s, when he described the United States as a paper tiger, it has spent the last half-century becoming not a paper tiger, but a tiger with its teeth falling out one by one. And moreover, new tigers are abroad. Not just China, but Russia under Putin has been restored to some of its former glory and prestige. Under Boris Yeltsin, Russia was a basket case, a hopeless alcoholic case wandering around the alcoholic ward, whilst people stole all that was precious to her. Under Putin, Russia has been restored to the prestige and strength and influence and weight in international affairs that has not been seen, frankly, and I'm old enough to remember, since the days of the early 1970s, so the early Brezhnev period, after the great Soviet victories in the space race and so on. And when Brezhnev came to power, it looked as if the future for the Soviet Union was a great one. That didn't turn out to be the case. That's my point about seeing empires rise and seeing them fall. The proximate cause of Russia's enhanced prestige is, of course, its devastating intervention in the foreign war being waged against the Syrian Arab Republic. It has turned the tide militarily and placed Russia right at the center of the table in any, and I believe all, future dealings in the Middle East. Seems to me that it won't be long before Iraq asks for the same kind of military assistance that Syria has and has received. And if Russia is involved in the destruction of the savagery of ISIS and Al-Qaeda in the Middle East, well, that means Russia is there to stay.